The honourable member for Leeds Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes.
For 2 years, Canadians have been doing the hard work of getting themselves and each other through this pandemic. Saskatchewan and Alberta have done away with their mandates, with Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, and the Atlantic provinces doing the same this month. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is doubling down on mandates, and our allies around the world are moving on. No leadership and no plan. When will the Prime Minister end the mandates?
Here, here.
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm delighted to receive this question from the member for Ontario. I'd like to signal that we've been working extremely hard, extremely well with Minister Elliott and the Ontario government over the last few months in order to protect the health and safety of Ontarians. Just to give an example, the vaccination operations that took place in Ontario probably saved thousands of lives and avoided billions of dollars in losses to families and businesses over the last few months. This is good news, Mr. Speaker. We'll continue to work for the people of Ontario.
The honourable member for Leeds Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that the minister is delighted to get my question, and I'm glad to hear that he's been working with the province of Ontario. But on behalf of all Canadians, I would be delighted if this minister and this government would tell Canadians what their plan is to end the mandates. When is this government going to stop firing their public servants? When is this government going to stop moving backwards while the rest of the country and the provinces are moving ahead with less government restrictions and more individual responsibility? I'd be delighted to hear from this minister a plan to end the mandates.
Hear, hear. The Minister of Health.
Mr. Speaker, the member is entirely right to talk about responsibility, both individual and collective responsibility. Individually speaking, I think most members of this House have been vaccinated, many of them with a booster shot, which is exactly the right thing to do. Collectively, we had, at least on this side of the House, and I think we worked collaboratively with opposition parties, a responsibility to protect everyone's health and safety, ending up with a large vaccination rate across the country, which are in fact the reasons for which we are able to get lockdowns away and to turn to more sustainability and affordability when it comes to moving through the crisis.
The honourable member for New